Alright everybody, we're going to have a bit of a chat on OP15 because it is the hot topic at the moment.
And just TCG in general as well, I suppose.
Well, it is if you're into One Piece, it's top. It's pretty hot.
Well, yeah, it's exciting. I don't know anyone that's not excited. You speak to the guys at any of the locals and stuff like that. Everyone's already sort of, this leader that leader this. So,
yeah, so we thought we'd have a bit of discussion about them all, I guess. So
yeah, obviously you would have seen all our shorts that, we've only got 3 minutes in a short to sort of quickly discuss the new cards as they leak. That's why we've been doing the shorts, because, generally we do our weekly format, and we're obviously a little bit behind. So we thought we may as well just do some quick shorts, very quick discussion and some thoughts about the card as it's new and fresh for everybody. But we can also, do a long format one now if you guys are interested in hearing our thoughts a bit more into, what we're looking forward to, what we're planning on playing, and anything else.
Yeah. So who are you going to play with?
No, I definitely think I'm going to go NL, which I think I've mentioned a few times in the shorts. There will be a short coming up with just the new events that were released.
Yep. It's actually probably already been out.
It's probably out before this will be, but
yeah,
I'm probably just a little bit nervous about the attacking ability of NL. It seems like the plan is literally just flood the board with all your on-played draws, so you can find your 6 cost NLs.
Yep.
And then, bring those out ASAP and then just try and survive or destroy your opponent before then. So it's going to be a real quick aggro-ish sort of deck, but the survivability without pulling those cards I'm a little bit concerned about.
There's a lot of card support though for helping to draw from your deck and to find the cards. So
heaps. But you only get 6 dons. And most of these cards we've seen so far are like 1 cost 2k.
True.
So if you're in a position where you have to start swinging with them, you can only ever really get someone to maybe 6-7k max.
Yeah.
Realistically.
But at least you've got a bit of defensive support too. So a lot of the new events that have come out for NL are all 0 cost events, and their cost is just a Negadon, which is fine because you'll most likely have a rested Don anyway.
Yeah, you
get it back anyway.
Yeah.
So they're essentially 2k they're free 2k counters.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, which is really good. And then you also
an occasional ability. I think one's like KO a 3k.
Yep.
Or the other one's just
draw a card. Yeah. So yeah, it's not bad. I think you could do alright. There might be a lot of counter in hand to protect your leaders, maybe. So leader.
Yeah. Oh, you get 2,000 onto any NL card, so that's leader or obviously your 2 big hitters.
Yeah. Well, when they can't be removed from the field, if you can't attack them, then you're screwed. You're just wasting attacks, aren't you?
It'll be good into the blocker, because it'll be a 6 cost 10k blocker, and then you can obviously just add in your 2ks to make it a higher threshold, so you can survive an attack through that.
You could add in Divine Departure as well as another 0 cost event.
Yeah, we'd spoken about that. So yeah, you can use Divine Departure into, is it Thor? I think it's Thor.
Is one of the new ones, yeah.
Where it KOs someone that's 3,000 or less. Hang on, I'll just confirm that it was Thor.
Which is a great way for KOing an opponent's character, but you can also use Divine Departure just as a 3k counter too.
Yeah, true, yeah. So it was Thor. So the play, if you were going on the attack, would be you could play out Divine Departure, rest 5 Don. I think it's rest 5 Don, not neg 5 Don. Rest 5 Don. Which will give someone minus 8,000, and then you can use the Thor, which is also a 0 cost event. Trash one of your Dons or return to the Don pile, and then anyone that's 3k you can KO. So that would be an 11k body you can essentially get rid of.
Yeah.
Just with that alone. So that's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad play actually. It's a pretty good combo. I'm sure there'll be lots of combos that we haven't quite seen, and once it gets out onto the simulator, I'm sure people will start testing all these. I sort of know who I'm going to use. I'll have a little talk about the new yellow Luffy, because I know you were a bit meh on it.
Yeah, right at the start I thought he was going to be the worst, but he's got some pretty decent support.
Yeah, having 5 life is always nice, and then I suppose being yellow, you always got the ability to be able to trash your opponent's life or regain your own. We saw the Zoro, they got released. The 4 cost 6k, which gives you a life from top of your deck. So that's nice early on. You'll probably run some Kumas in there. You might run probably run some used to kids, or whatever you're going to run. Actually, there's so many options you can go with. You might run the Devil Nico Robin, the 6k.
Oh yeah,
that trashes an opponent's life as well. So there's lots of
EDO3 Robin, where they take 1 damage. Is that Robin?
Yes, it's Robin. Yeah.
Robin.
Yeah, exactly. You could play her as well. See, it's
you'll be taking their life not from you attacking them, but from just playing cards.
Yeah, exactly right. So I think there's a lot of potential with this, and it doesn't really matter if his ability to take a life to protect a yellow character is not that bad.
Which would go good into Kid or the Enel, like you were talking about.
Yeah.
I think in the short we mentioned that one.
Exactly, because it doesn't really matter. You would think that if your opponent, I just got to double check this. Sorry, there's only Sky Island type characters. So you're
okay.
Yeah, I probably should have specified that. So your Nico Robin, you wouldn't protect it anyway. You wanted to get killed, but your Eustace Kid and your Kumas,
they can't be.
They can't be protected. No. It's only Sky Island ones.
That'd be good for that Enel card though. From EDO2.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can't remove it. You just keep on swinging every turn and getting your life back.
Yeah.
So it's not
playing other cards around that give life, take life.
Yeah, exactly right. Because any card that has the ability to remove a 10 cost character is going to use up most of their Don. So they're not going to be able to do much else after that. So if you can protect him by taking a life, and then you just save yourself with the last couple of 2k counters or a blocker or whatever, next turn you get a life back and you do some serious damage as well. So I don't know, I feel like it might be better than I think.
So like you said, for that as well, because especially if you can manage to get 2 of them out. Yeah. But even if you get 1, like you said, someone's going to have to use an entire turn to try and get rid of it. And then even then, when they try to remove it, you're most likely just going to use your leader ability, take the life, and then you'll be fine the next turn because you just get your life back.
Yeah.
And there's no way they're going to be able to do it with 10 Don to remove him.
No, that's right.
2 attacks through or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So it's I think it'll be pretty good. I'm leaning towards giving it a shot, I reckon, just because of already how much yellow, Luffy, and Straw Hat support there is.
Yeah.
And obviously some of the Sky Island ones. There was that Nico Robin as well, that was a Sky Island. I'll just read her out again, where she was on play, you may add the top card of your life to your hand. If your leader is Straw Hat Crew, you may add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life. After that, you may play up to 1 character from your hand with a Sky Island type and a cost of 5 or less. So you could combo that in with the Zoro.
Yeah.
So you basically...
Wow.
So you play her out, you take the life and put the life back, so you're not really gaining life there, but you are essentially drawing a card.
Yep.
And then playing out the Zoro, who then gives you the life.
Yep.
So...
And then you've got 2 swingers on that next turn.
Yeah. So there's some good combos, I reckon, can come out of this.
It's an interesting deck to play, I think.
Similar, but not quite the same as ST29 Luffy.
Yeah.
He relies a lot more on triggers. I don't reckon this will rely on a lot of triggers. I reckon this will be relying a little bit more on life manipulation.
Yeah, I think you're probably not going to be... it'd be nice to have triggers, but I don't think you'll be focused on your triggers.
Yeah. I mean, you could play like the Usopp that gives you your Luffy 7k, 2k buff until the end of your next turn, whatever it is, or you could play the Jinbei. If your leader is Straw Hat Luffy, play this card, or even the Nico Robin blocker. You can play some cards from ST29 in this deck if you really wanted to. So you have that ability. It'll just be interesting to see if it's much the same or if it is a bit different. Because I think you obviously want to play more Sky Island in this.
Yeah.
So,
which, I mean, like you said, though, there's going to be that much support. Plus, you've still got access to the OP7 or 6, was it? 6. 6, I'm pretty sure. Was Calcara, wasn't it?
Yes, I think he was.
Might have been 8, actually.
Whatever, I can't remember what number. I can't remember what it was.
It's still, it's not getting cycled out, is what I mean to say.
Yeah, which is
still going to have all that Sky Pegasus.
Which he was actually the one that I was thinking about using, besides any of the 6 leaders, because I thought with all the Sky Island support coming in, maybe he'll be a lot better.
I think he's still going to be better than what he was.
Oh, of course. Any new cards makes another leader better, doesn't it?
But I think this Luffy leader with the play that I think we're both sort of thinking about, it's probably going to be more interesting than going back to Calgara.
Yeah, I mean, Calgara is good though, because from memory, his ability allows you, I think you have to have a Don on him, but he allows you to, when attacking, take a life to play out a character of
6,000?
6,000 power or less, or 5 cost or less, around that mid-range.
It has to be Shandorian Warrior, doesn't it? Or is it Sky Island?
I'll double check that. Kind of a Shandorian or Sky Island.
Shandorian or Shandarian, whatever their names are.
Well, there's a few more of them anyway that's come out in Sky Island. So.
Yeah, but if it was Sky Island, then that'd actually be boss, because then you could be taking the life and then play out Zoro.
And gain the life, yeah.
And gain the life.
Yeah.
Which would be huge. What's Nico Rowan? She's not 6,000, is she? She's 7.
She's 7, yeah. I think she was 7 or something.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to play her out, but yeah, there could definitely be some plays, but I've got a feeling he's Shandorian Warrior.
Yep. That's all right. This will be cool to try out anyway. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people will be trying him out.
Talking about some of the, actually going back to the Enel support, I have seen as maybe old school's the wrong words, but as an old Reiju player,
yeah, I've
heard quite a few people thinking that you might be able to play like an iteration of Reiju with the Enel support.
It'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because not very often playing as Reiju do you get over 6 Don.
Yep.
So all the effects probably aren't going to be too bad, and a lot of it's all negative Don anyway.
True.
But anytime once per turn, whenever you neg a Don, you get to draw.
That's with Reiju's leader
ability. So you could have some real strong draw ability with Reiju. And that's one of the Reiju's biggest issues, is she doesn't have like that lower cost body that's also like strong.
Yeah.
Like her best play card is Ichigi, who's I think 5-7 or whatever.
Yeah, but you usually always play him out with 3 Don.
Yeah, I know, but like it would be nice to have a 6-10k hitter.
Well, yeah, of course it would. Wouldn't that be nice for everybody?
Yeah, so I thought that was an interesting one online. I don't know if that's what I'd play. I think I'd just play the Enel deck, however it happens to come to pass. But I thought it was an interesting sort of thought.
Yeah, it would be cool. Like, yeah, if you can play a purple deck that uses Don reduction a lot, like keeping your Don low like Reiju, then yeah, you could use that you could use a lot of the NL cards in there. It might actually work. Well, not a lot of them, but you could use the events and maybe the like the 6 cost NLs. So it'd be pretty cool to see actually. Oh, you should try that.
I'm assuming this is going to be the biggest problem I think for me playing NL, which I'm sure a lot of other people that play are probably also thinking. Is that I reckon he's actually not going to be like a cheap deck to run. I think the secret rares are going to be quite expensive, especially with the way the TCG is at the moment. Yeah,
true. It'll be hard for you to get.
Yeah, I think without pulling them, they're going to be quite expensive cards, and because they're going to be so strong in that deck, I don't see them being readily available, which will be a shame because without them, you're not really going to be able to play. So hopefully I can pick up some or pull some.
That would be nice.
Box even would be nice. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty hard to get a box.
It's pretty bad at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody what that NL SEC actually does, by the way. Like, it looks sick as a card as it is.
Such good artwork.
I can't wait to see what the old art is.
It's going to be crazy.
These are 6 cost, 8,000 power Sky Island. If you have 6 or less Don cards on your field, this character cannot be removed from the field by your opponent's effects and gains 2,000 power. So he's a 6 cost, 10,000 power. Yeah.
As long as you got 6 or less Don.
Which is always going to be the case.
Even with Reiju.
Yeah. He also has an on-play is to neg 1 Don and look at 5 cards on top of your deck. Add up to 1 card to your hand, place the rest upon your deck. Yeah. In any order and trash 1 card. So he's a searcher as well.
And the search isn't like, type search locked either.
No, it's just add a card.
Which is why I think people have been saying you'd be able to run it quite well in a Reiju deck.
That'd be interesting. I'm intrigued.
So turn 3, you'd be able to play him out.
You know what I really want? I want all the alt art leaders.
Yes.
Like,
oh my god.
They look so good. Like, okay, shout out to whoever designed these because they look mad. Like they've brought back the captain or the main figure with their crew.
Yeah.
And it just looks so good. Like, I suppose the only one I don't really care too much about is like the Rebecca. I'm like, it's cool, but I'm not. And then even the Lucy, I'm just like, of the 6, those 2 would be happy not to
I
get.
reckon Lucy's my least out of like the alt art leaders.
Yeah.
Only because it's not his crew at all.
Yeah, it's alright. It's not like you would think he'd be Revolutionary Army, wouldn't you? Like there'd be more Revo.
Well, you just think it'd be you just think it'd be like you could have a couple of them. Like I can understand Burgess. Obviously, he has that scene with Burgess where he does his dragon fist and like breaks his face.
Yeah, it's probably more based around him competing in the Colosseum at the time when he took over from Luffy.
Which I can understand, obviously, because it is Lucy as opposed to Sabo. But yeah, I don't know. Put the helmet back on him then. That probably solves the issue.
Yeah, if the helmet was still on, it would have been good because now he's not Lucy, is he?
No, you see him as Sabo.
He's Sabo. Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking there.
But at least there's an old art Sabo leader that isn't the same image.
the same
just
headshot.
Slightly changed.
How about this shot from this angle?
From this angle, yeah, far out.
Yeah, but who else? I've been looking at the Don Krieg. I've been looking at Usopp. I'd love to try Usopp.
Usopp?
Usopp. Brook.
Yeah.
How did I say Usopp for? I'd love to try Brook, but I reckon I just don't know if I'm going to be able to handle the complexity of the deck.
He's going to be one of those decks that is just so annoying to play. And interestingly, so this is an interesting thing. I haven't actually had a chance to chat to you or Kenny about this, but I've been seeing chat back online that has raised that same issue that we first all had, that the way the translation works, so we're pretty much literally, it sounds like we have to wait until the English card is released. But the way the translation is working or reading is there's still some ambiguity about whether or not you can put cards back into your deck and survive.
I don't understand that because how can it... No.
So I'm going to have to find the leader ability. So the way I read it online... Hang on.
Yeah, no. They are wrong. And if they're not wrong, then they need to change the card text because the way it reads... Here, I've got
Oh, God, so many leaks.
So look, according to the rules,
Yeah.
you don't lose the game for having 0 cards in your deck. Instead, at the end of the turn where your deck became 0, you lose the game. So regardless of whether you put cards back into the deck, it is at the end of the turn where your deck became 0. So once it becomes 0, that is it. Like, doesn't matter if you put any back in. At the end of that turn.
So that's how we've been reading it, but I've seen people saying online.
Oh, how would they interpret that?
Like the became part might not be exactly what it is. So it's almost like there's going to be a recheck value. So if you put something back in, it like almost rechecks to whether or not it's 0. And it threw me because I was like, I'd fully like come to the terms that once you become 0. Like that was it, but it was interesting that this conversation was still occurring, and like there was a lot of comments that were like, "No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong."
I think if they change the word became, so if it was,
so the end of the turn where your deck is 0.
Yeah, at the end of the turn where your deck,
where your deck is 0.
Yeah, where your deck is 0, because even if it was becomes. Yeah. If it becomes 0, it doesn't matter because putting more in doesn't matter. And at the end of your turn where your deck is 0, so that would if you get rid of the became word or become, whatever you want to do, then yes, if you're not 0 at the end of that turn because you put a card back in, that would be different. But as far as this is reading, is translating, is no, too effing bad.
Which you'd sort of hope not, because some of the like thought processes. And again, this is where I'm like, I was really thrown when I read that sort of, discussion about it, because I was like, I thought this was just an agreed position now amongst everyone. And it just threw me a bit, because like there's even been those like hypothetical plays where someone was saying on your last turn, you can essentially have 7 swings. But if you can then just replicate that for the next like X amount of turns, that's fucked. How do you defend that?
You can't. Exactly. It'd be too overpowered, especially with like what we've seen with this new Luffy SR character, where he gets all this massive buff having 30 cards in your 30 plus cards in your trash. Like it just wouldn't be fair to be able to keep on cycling cards back.
But I mean, your leader ability restand someone.
Yep.
Is it the
Brook character?
The Brook character
Crashes himself to restand.
You'd have Nightmare Luffy out, potentially the secret rare Zoro. So there's like talks about how you could have a 7 swing hit. It's got to be one of those things where if you can somehow survive 7 hits, assuming that play goes off, which would be impossible.
True. You'd think of how many times the Zoro would probably get trashed from your abilities.
But like it should be, if you can survive that at the end of a game, you should win.
True.
Imagine if it was like, oh yes, I just survived. I used everything and managed to just, overcome it. And then you're like, oh cool, 1 Don, I'm going to play a card that puts 2 cards back into my deck. And then you're like,
yeah. Which
I now have nothing to do to you on my turn.
And then you can... Which there are plenty of cards out there. There's plenty of, add 1 card from your trash to your hand and put 2 back into your deck or
whatever it was.
Yeah.
So, and then you're like, okay, I just used literally everything I have to survive 7 attacks or 5 attacks or whatever it happens to be.
Yeah.
And then you're like, so I've got nothing to then use offensively. And then you get to go do 7 again on your next.
I hope they don't change it to being able to put cards back onto your life, because then that would just be ridiculous.
It'd be so overpowered.
Yeah. So I guess we wait to see.
Yeah, but even still,
when's the release date for 15? Over here in Australia anyway.
April. Yeah.
Oh, so far away.
Yeah, so April, and then 16, which I think is going to be June or July, is the sync with
the sync up
release, and then 17 will be the first. It'll be the anniversary set.
Yeah,
that's in release.
Good luck to anyone who can get their hands on that.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of chat though that they reckon the printing issues of where it's like limited prints won't be as big of an issue now because there's no catch up.
Maybe.
Well, they won't have to worry about like this expressed sort of print, like 14's printed and then already as soon as they finish printing 14 they're printing EBO3. EBO3 is a limited print which probably won't ever get a reprint because they've already got to start printing 15.
Yeah.
But once sort of 16 and 17 runs around, it'll be like, well, we're just doing 1 set in both languages. I've got a feeling though, I wonder if it'll be interesting to see, but whether or not card quality might drop off around 16, 17 as well. Because I did read somewhere apparently there's going to be new distribution or printing, 2 new printing like things.
Oh, and you reckon the quality of the card's going to drop?
Potentially.
I hope not. That would ruin it. I mean, look, it would ruin it.
It would ruin it for collectors.
It would ruin it for collectors, which I suppose is good for us because then prices are better for us to be able to play with.
But at the same time, even as a player and collector,
I
would like to have the continued nice quality cards.
Yeah, which I don't know. I think that's what draws you. That's what draws you into the game is the quality of the cards is sick. Yeah,
I mean, for anyone out there that plays or collects Pokemon, not that I really want any more people collecting One Piece, but seriously, go grab a One Piece SR or whatever compared to a foil of Pokemon.
Yeah,
and you can tell the quality difference.
Yeah,
instantly. The card's just that little bit thicker.
Yeah. Mm. The texture's nice. Just everything about it's nice.
Yeah.
So that's Brook, by the way. Anyway.
Yes, the Brook.
But there's also Don Krieg. Like
I feel like that's who you have to run.
But why I don't like Don Krieg as a character.
I know, but as soon as you saw that leader the first time, you were just like, this is the leader I want to play because he's overpowered as.
He is overpowered though. Like
it's crazy.
For everyone who doesn't remember what he does, he is a red and green leader with 4 life, 5,000 power. With 1 Don, on your opponent's turn, if you control only characters with the East Blue type, all of your opponent's characters gain minus 2,000 power. That's already incredible.
Huge.
Like
massively.
So, and then also an activate main is once per turn, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with 2 or more attached Don cards.
Which obviously all the support we've seen so far is literally just put Don on an opponent's character.
Yeah, there's so many characters where you're taking your opponent's rested Don and putting them onto characters. In some cases, there's some characters that are taking active Don and putting them onto characters.
Exactly, like that Kuro one. Yeah,
like if you're hoping to have counter and like event counter in hand, forget about that. Like it's actually it's ridiculous. Like I feel like you're right. I almost feel like I have to play this just because I can it wasn't Don Krieg, I'd probably be all about this. But
there's actually one, I was going to say for like a mirror match, but there's no actual cards that allow you to take Don from a character, is there?
no, they were all only cost areas.
Because I was going to say, at least in the mirror match, it would be interesting because you would just take the Don off the leader every time.
Well, yeah.
Because now none of my characters are neg 2,000. But it's gonna kill. Well, it'll essentially kill any of the small hitters for a null.
Yep.
Like literally, you can't stack Don on to get a swing through anyway.
It'll kill
but it'll kill like Jinbei because he's just like flood the board.
Yep.
With a couple
It'll
of,
probably
like,
almost even ST29 Luffy wouldn't do very well because all of his trigger play cards are all 5,000 power swingers.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're now 3,000. Like, what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah.
Like, I suppose, he's got plenty of life to spare and he gets out the characters that trash life or gain life. But if you can't get out that board pressure early with those characters, this guy's going to run you dead.
Jeez, you know what? I reckon Kenny should crack out Sugar again.
Sugar?
Ramp straight to 10 and just drop big bodies.
Yeah.
Could work. You're not going to care about your minus 2k when you're swinging 10k rush characters.
Well, that's true. I suppose. You just hope... Yeah, I suppose. Be interesting to see, actually, wouldn't it?
Because 2k is a lot.
2k
It should have just been like neg 1.
Well, it almost makes him like a constant 7k leader.
Yeah.
Which is already pretty crazy. Like, that would be crazy if he was. I suppose the downside is you're obviously having to put a Don on him for it to be able to use that effect.
You know what, though? Like, I think you'd start using the effect almost right from the get-go.
You'd be using it from your... you'd be using it from your second or third turn onwards because...
Potentially first. If you go second.
Well,
play out a one-cost searcher and just put a Don on him. So if someone tries to play a rush on their first attack, neg 2,000.
Well, it depends who you're playing against.
Yeah.
If you knew you were playing against like the Trafalgar Law, where he plays like low cost and keeps on swapping their powers around, you do that almost instantaneous because you'd be like, all these low cost characters can't do shit to me.
Yeah.
And then by the time you got any stronger hitters to swap the powers around, you get out
especially like any early game things where you're just like, oh, I've pulled a shit hand, I've pulled a shit draw, and then you go for like your 8k swing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you still do your 8k swing because you put 3 Don on your leader.
Yeah, exactly.
So it wouldn't matter anyway. But yeah,
it's only 2,000 minus 2,000 to your opponent's characters though. So your opponent's
I know, yeah.
Your opponent's leader could still swing at normal, which is fine.
And I was going to jump back into Vegapunk in EBO3. Vegapunk's dead already. Can't even swing with my leader because can't attack.
Actually, yeah,
VV won't be able to attack.
Well, see, yeah, well, exactly. You'd have to
actually no. That new VV can attack, can't it?
Yes,
rest it for its
you can
ability.
choose. You can choose to rest it for its ability. Yes.
Rebecca, she's gone.
Yep.
She's in that set. She's already dead.
Well, exactly right because even her two or three.
That Kyros play too. Is
he's
a 3/5.
Yeah, exactly. Won't do anything, will it?
We need to swing 3. Good luck. Yeah, that's rough.
I mean, I suppose the downside is obviously...
Jeez, Rebecca really died quick. I was just thinking about it.
I always thought she was dead. I always thought she was dead.
Yeah, but like normally they get like
you've
also
got to remember though, always using a Don on your leader to get that minus 2,000 power effect. It means that you're going to be one Don away from always using like your bigger characters too.
Is it on opponent's turn or is that just the standard?
It's just opponent's turn.
Yeah, okay, good. I was going to say, geez,
but
that's correct as well.
Yeah, the other thing is if you control only characters with the East Blue type. So if you happen to be using characters that aren't East Blue, which I think for this sort of power up or this sort of ability, you just wouldn't risk using non-East Blue characters, especially that Shanks that came out and
ridiculous.
There's a 13 or 14 he came out.
14.
14. So he's East Blue. Like,
and
he gives a minus 1,000 during your opponent's turn
as well.
So if you get him out on, I think he's 7 Don, I think he was, or was he?
Yeah.
Was he 6/7, 7/6, 7/8, whatever
7.
it was.
I don't know what his power is with 7 cost.
Yeah. So you get him out, and then assuming you've already got the Don on your leader, all your opponent's characters are neg 3,000 during their turn. It's pretty good.
You're gonna have to play really aggro into him.
Well, yeah.
But even then, really, jeez.
The only way you're getting around it is like,
starve his board,
ramp up quickly and hit him heavy with your leader, maybe. then you start dropping pearls one after another.
Yeah, I suppose that's the other thing.
What was Pearl? Pearl was a blocker, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a blocker against 2,000 power. So he's a 4-cost, 6,000 power blocker. And if your leader has the East Blue type on KO up to one of your opponent's characters with base power of 6,000 or less. So even if he manages to get any lower characters out, you just get rid of them. Or if he gets blockers out, bang, they're gone. Like, it's
Yeah, and with all the support, like he would just be resting characters constantly.
Oh, I forgot about Arlong.
Yeah, he looks good.
Like, on KO, up to two of your opponent's rested cards will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase.
Yeah.
So, like, if someone was dumb enough to attack Arlong, which you'd almost have to because he's just a constant 5k threat, then and obviously his activate main is bullshit too. But yeah, resting two of your opponent's dons don't become active, so you're basically stuck revisiting the same turn with the same amount of don. Or you could do characters if you wanted to. Yeah. Or you could do leader because it's just 2 cards.
Is it?
Yeah. Up to 2 of your opponent's rested cards. So if your leader is a rested card, then yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Imagine that and then his activate main is once per turn. You may give up to one of your opponent's rested don cards to one of your opponent's characters. Then it just says, give up to 1 don card from their owner's cost area and give it to their leader or one of their characters. So that can be an active don. So the first one is a rested don. If you do that, you can then do an active don to give to someone.
Jeez, I suppose the only way you can also play into Don Krieg is literally just stack all your don onto your characters. But then obviously not playing anything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or your leader maybe. Your leader doesn't get negged from the Don Krieg's ability.
You know who's going to go well into Don Krieg?
Who?
Blackbeard.
Would he?
Negate all the on plays.
Yeah, but not all of these are on plays. Like Arlong is an on KO and activate main. Pearl is a opponent's turn and on KO.
Oh, wasn't all the other like moving of the Don though? I swear the moving of the Don are all on play.
Hang on, let me pull up those 2 useless characters. So Jin was an on play.
Yeah.
He's just a play 1 character with a cost of 5 or less from your hand.
Yeah.
Which is still really nice. The other 2 reds were Morgan is a blocker and an activate main.
What's an activate main?
And Alvida is an activate main.
Oh, shit.
So take that back. Blackbeard is no good.
Fuck. Yeah, wow. Oh, geez, that's rough.
I actually want to use it just because I like Kuro.
You like Kuro?
I've always wanted I've always been a fan of Kuro. Yeah. And I would love to see him with a new leader and some support.
Well, actually talking about that, I reckon the leaks for OP17 sound like it's going to be nostalgic leaders.
So that's such a broad statement though.
Isn't
it could be anything.
Like, we were discussing, does that mean they're going to bring back like leaders from like OPO 1 or 2 just with new abilities?
Maybe Morgan, maybe Captain Morgan will get his own leader. Nostalgia is it his first nostalgic battle?
Well, I mean, that was the other thing we were discussing.
Besides Alvida, who could also get a leader.
But we were thinking like there was obviously the EBO2 Kuro card. There's now Kuro cards released in OP15. That's 15, isn't it? Yeah, 15. So nostalgic could be like the Kuro leader from, I think it was OP2, OPO3.
I can't remember.
Whether or not he gets like a new release with a new ability. We were discussing, we reckon Kaido will have to get like a new ramped up one, because why else would they release those cards?
Yeah, he'd have to.
So yeah, it'll be interesting what they mean by nostalgic. Do they just mean like the old school leaders, or is it going to be like nostalgic as in like maybe they'll go...
The characters are from a nostalgic time period.
Yeah, from like the old school ones. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what it is. It's an anniversary set too though, so I feel like it's going to have to be... has to be big, right? Like the most recent one, OP13, was the 3 brothers. And the one before that was the 4 emperors.
Do they ever have more than 6 leaders? Or is it always 6? 6 is their cut off,
7 was in the most recent one. The 7 warlords.
Oh, yeah. They might release more than 6 for the 17, maybe.
I suppose, even with 13. There was the 3 brothers, but then we also got Gold Roger, Imu, and...
Ace.
No, Ace was one of the 3 brothers. Who else did we get? Gold, Imu,
Bonnie.
Luffy, Bonnie. Bonnie's sort of like a bit of a throwaway there. It doesn't really make sense. like Gold and Emu make a bit of sense, I suppose, but not massive sense. I suppose Nostalgic could be, I don't know, 3 or 4. Like maybe they'll have like 3 or 4 themed leaders.
Yeah.
And then they'll do like Kuro and a couple of others, random old school leaders, and that's what they mean by nostalgic. Like 3 of the old leaders will get new ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got a feeling when they say nostalgic though, part of me's like, I reckon maybe they'll do like the old school 4 emperors.
That'd be cool.
So like a new Whitebeard, because Whitebeard hasn't had a leader. I mean, obviously had Ace Whitebeard, but like a new red Whitebeard.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
A new yellow Big Mum.
Yes.
To bring back her.
That's due.
And another purple Kaido.
Yep.
And obviously it'd be Shanks, but I don't know what.
They could potentially do purple black Kaido.
Well, yeah, I suppose you could do purple
black. There's a bit of Black Animal Kingdom as well.
But then Shanks, I don't know if you do maybe like a green Shanks as opposed to a red Shanks or a green red Shanks, because then that utilises a couple of those green cards that have come through.
Yeah.
Make him like film type as well.
It'd be cool. I like
so
that.
You could have like those 4, so you got the original nostalgic 4 emperors, but then you could have also like Kuro, maybe new Garp leader. It'd be cool.
Another Luffy.
Another Luffy.
Just cause.
Fuck. Please don't.
But
maybe that's what they could do. I reckon that'd be pretty cool. Like that'd be nostalgic in the sense that it's like an old school emperors as well as old cards that, you know. I did see a card list come up recently for the old yellow Big Mum.
Did you?
Yeah. I think it only won at a locals, but they ran it and they won.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
I don't really want to talk about Rebecca because I'm not really.
To be honest, I don't really want to talk about Lucy either.
Well, I thought I'd give Lucy a bit of credit because you don't really rate Lucy. I can't believe you don't. I think you think he's worse than Rebecca, don't you?
Oh, I don't think he's worse than Rebecca because I just don't think Rebecca's got the right support for what her ability is. But
yeah, this is all. So this Lucy obviously is the remake of the old Ace leader, who used to trash events during battle to up his leader by 1,000.
Yeah,
which was fine. Which it didn't.
It's events or stage, isn't it?
I don't know. Remember if the Ace was stages or just events.
Okay, but this one's stages.
But this one is events and stages.
Yeah.
But the fact that the good thing is he also gets an activate main, which is what the Ace didn't have.
Yeah.
Which if you've activated an event card with a base cost of 3 or more, you draw a card, which is good because it sounds like you have a lot of events in this. Well, it's
going to be most of your deck.
Yeah, exactly right. And you look at some of the support, like the Dressrosa stage card, which is good. It's basically like having constant 2k counters. Because you just rest this, trash a stage, and that's 2k counter rather than just 1k.
Yep.
So a lot of defense, which is pretty sick. And then they released that the event, which I love this event, it's so good, where you can play play a cost
7 or less?
Nah, play a cost 4 or less from your hand. So you draw 2 cards, trash 1. Then play a Dressrosa type with a cost of 4 or less.
Oh, okay.
Or return up to 1 stage to its owner's hand.
Oh, that's
so
right.
That's So that stage is gonna obviously it's obviously designed mostly for Umu because Umu is the only one with a stage that's worth attacking.
Yeah.
But there are still like the other.
I know Carrot's not real meta, but putting that stage away would really piss off a Carrot player. Like you need that.
True. There's also the other Sabo that runs the Revolution Army stage. I think it's only a 1 cost, so it's not really. I wouldn't be spending 4 Don to get rid of that.
To get rid of 1.
They just play it out again. But
Reiju, that'd mess up Reiju. You're gonna be able to draw.
True. Get rid of that stage. That'd be great.
I mean, I know it's only a 1 cost stage, but it could really mess up their gameplay.
Yeah. And then they had the Sabo, the SR one, which was the blocker and on play activate up to 1 Dressrosa type event from your hand. So at the moment we've only seen the 1. Yeah. I guarantee there'll be some more.
Well, that's the thing. We know there's more legs to come, and there will be obviously Sabo's going to get heaps of event support. Apparently, Enel's got another event that needs to be leaked.
Another one.
If you go by the numbers.
I
think the SR event, which is I think it was confirmed it is the first SR event, was 74 or 75, and then there's the next events aren't until 76, 77.
Yep.
So there's one somewhere in the middle there. So Sabo no doubt will get more events. But I just don't know. I just remember when Kenny, I know he's not normally on the channel, but it's someone we play with. When he played that ace, which was his go-to leader when he first started the TCG, it was so rare for him to win because just the 1K was just never quite enough.
Yeah.
Especially when your leader's only 5K base and 4 life.
Oh, I think they've looked at that and figured out what they could do slightly better. So
yeah, I mean, I'll be interested to see. But yeah, I'm not that high on Lucy.
No, well, neither am I. And look, after all this discussion, I probably am going to use Don Creek.
It just sounds so stupidly overpowered.
It does, like, because there's other, like, there's that other I can't remember if it was EBO2 or maybe PBR, PRB. Whatever it is. There was an Arlong in that as well. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah,
that's East Blue as well. So you could be,
he would be.
So you could be using him in that as well. Like, yeah, there's lots of good East Blue characters. So
and they're all green too.
I'm sure there'll be some red ones out there too. But
oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said though, don't throw the Luffy out of the door yet because I still think he'll be pretty sick.
Yeah, I think us discussing that play, I think he's actually going to be.
I
think he would do well.
I might still run the Kelgara.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what support you can get.
I've got the Old Heart leader. I've been saving it for. I've been waiting for this moment, so I can't not do it.
Yeah, I know.
But we'll see. But yeah. I mean, look, there's still, like you said, there's still more leaks to come.
Yeah.
Check out
something could like really just throw a spanner in the works.
If you want to see any more of the leaks that we haven't spoken about or that we did speak about, some of the effects, check out our channel and check out a lot of the shorts we put up.
Yeah.
We've been talking about a lot of the leaks and releases of
going through the translations from all.
Yeah. So and obviously keep a lookout because as more get released, we'll get the shorts out as quick as possible so you're up to date and know what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I think that does us for tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. It's a good chat.
Yeah, I love discussing what we're going to be going in the future and then just not doing any of it anyway.
Yeah. No, we're going to commit to it this time.
We'll commit to it this time.
But yeah, hope you all enjoy that too. Drop a comment. Make sure you subscribe.
Let us know who you're excited to play.
Share to your friends and let us know if you're interested in running some of these leaders in 15. Or if you don't like them and you just want to keep running Imu.
Please don't.
Easy. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Cheers.